Now, existence, you see, is something that is spontaneous.
Hey guys, Stephen Morales here, and today I'm going to be doing a workout for you. All you need is a suspension trainer. I have the G Pro one. You can actually find the G Strap, I believe. Yeah, G Strap. You can find this on Amazon. I'll put the link in the description below where you can find this. I mean, the lighter version is 35 bucks. I think this one is 55. Build material is very, very good. But I just have that anchored off of the door right there. So we're going to be utilizing that, essentially the floor. So what we're going to be doing is incorporating some of the suspension training and some MoveNat or natural movement stuff, okay? So for this, upper body primarily is what we're going to be doing here. With the suspension trainer here, we're going to be doing three different main exercises. T-Rex tricep extension, and I love this one for your triceps. Hands are going to be out, my back is flat. I'm essentially going to allow my body to just lean forward, and then I'm going to push out, okay? So letting my arm completely relax, and then pushing up at an angle, right? I want to keep this part of my arm straight. Most people don't do that. What they end up doing is letting their whole arm fold back like this, where it stretches back, and then trying to do it. You want to let that completely relax, right? Relaxed position here, then push up, okay? So we have that one. Other one we're going to be doing is actually a curl. So now I'm facing the opposite direction. Arm is up here, leaning back, straight line. I'm going to curl up and then back down. Up, back down, okay? Last one that we're going to be doing is just a high row, okay? So here, body row, right? We're just coming up high for it. Elbows are coming out. So think of it like a reverse wide grip push-up. Okay, so we got that in there. So those are going to be the suspension training exercises that you're going to do. And then on the ground, we're going to do a hand-foot crawl and an inverted crawl. Okay, so hand-foot crawl, down on all fours, right? We want to make sure that our body is even. And we're doing this as a contralateral pattern, so opposites will be moving together. So opposites moving together, right? Staying low to the ground. Notice that I'm not bringing my knee like way up here, right? If I'm like this, I'm not bringing it way up there, okay? Nice, even pacing. Length of the room, and then we'll go back. Going back is typically harder. Most people end up trying to like outstride themselves. So you want to make sure that that is even. Okay. Now for an inverted crawl, crab walk is what most people know it as, right? So I'm actually going to be sitting down right here. I'll pop up, and it's the same thing. It's a contralateral pattern, right? So we're moving those opposites together, just like this. Same thing. You'll go forwards and then backwards. Okay, making sure that you're keeping that even pacing. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to do one round. Okay, I'm going to go one round through. Tell you all your reps. I'll also have all this in the description below. And then for this, I'm going to have you go ahead and do 4 to 5 rounds. I'll let you choose. But I'm going to cut to the end. That way you're not just sitting here watching me do that for 20 to 30 minutes. Okay? So, and I actually want to go ahead and, for the last one, we're going to add in Supermans at the end. That way we can keep this suspension trainer movement-based pattern flow going, okay? So, right here first, tricep extensions, right? So, down, up. And I can scale this, I can make this harder, right? If I wanted to. Just like that. Now I'm feeling a little bit of give from the door, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to slide that in further. Now there's going to be less give from it, okay? One of the things you'll learn along the way, right? So, here, down, up, feet together, full stretch, right? Pushing up, right? I don't want my elbow to waver that much, okay? So for this, we're going to go 12 to 15. This will be 10 for me. We're going to do another 5, 2, 3. Don't let your hips right? What I want to do is keep my body in a line too, so I'm not pushing my hips down, which is another thing people do. One more. Boom, good. And then we're going to go into our hand-foot crawl, okay? So I'll start here. Come down. Moving those opposites together, nice and even. Hands tilted slightly out, right? Because that allows a more stable position with my bicep facing forward. Nice and even. Keep at your own pacing. Don't try and go faster than the level that you're at, because if you start going too fast, what's going to happen is your brain's going to get confused, and then you're going to end up going back into what's called an ipsilateral pattern, where you're trying to move the same side like a camel. And curls. We're going to do 12 to 15 of these. Trying to keep my arm in somewhat of a line, a little bit harder with this movement, right? Keeping the shoulders down. A lot of times people raise, like they'll start to shrug their arm up. We don't want to do that. 2 more. 14. 15. Boom. Now we're going to do our inverted crawl, okay? Here. Same thing, opposites moving together, right? Now the cool thing is, with these natural movements, they actually have a purpose beyond just this exercise that we're doing, right? For instance, this one is actually how I would manage a hill. Let's say I come up and the hill is pretty steep, I'm not going to run down it. I can go into that inverted crawl and it'll help me manage going down. Alright, now, high row. So here, same thing, keeping my body in line. I don't want my hips way too far back. I don't want them forward. Usually I kind of keep my hips tilted just back a little bit, which allows me to put more tension on the muscle. Right, so here, and they're going to pull up, like that, back down. Like I said, kind of like a reverse grip, almost like a reverse grip dumbbell bench press, okay, or a push-up, but really closer to a dumbbell bench press just because of the movement pattern itself. Here. Try not to thrust your hips forward when you come at the top, okay? Same thing, 12 to 15, keep it simple. And that's a hypertrophy rep range, meaning we're working on muscle building right now. We'll do 2 more. Keep talking so I'm forgetting my reps here. Good. I want to point out something with that last one too. 2 parts to a movement, concentric, eccentric, positive, negative, okay? Eccentric is the negative, the lowering of that, which is where you're actually going to build the muscle. And the concentric on that is me pulling up, right? It's a positive. On the last rep, do both, right? I want to go down and up. Most people on the last rep, they pull up and they think they're done. You got to do both parts to make sure you lower back down, right? Last thing, Superman's. Lying flat on your stomach here, just like this, legs out. All you're going to do is raise your arms and your feet up, here. Pause 2 seconds and then come back down, okay? Should feel this on whole backside. Backs of my shoulders, glutes, hamstrings, and of course your lower back. Same thing here. We'll hit that 12 to 15. I got 3 more. that was one round, right? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna turn this off. I'm gonna do another 3 to 4 rounds, okay? I want you guys to do that. Also, time yourself, right? You come back to this workout, you can go over how efficient or how much muscular endurance you've gained over your training, right? By revisiting some workouts, okay? So I'm gonna cut, I'm gonna do this, and then I'll cut back, and then I'll go over anything else I think I kind of missed during this. All right, everybody, just got done. I ended up doing 4 rounds total on this. Just want to kind of go over some tidbits with the workout if you're confused with anything. With the suspension trainer, scale it, right, over time, because you're going to get more and more tired. So I basically started at a harder set point, and then instead of just stopping and taking a break, I just kind of move into a position that's slightly easier for myself, right? The lower I am on it, right, the harder it's going to be because of all the weight, the extra weight that I'm leveraging, okay? So scale as needed is the first one. And then I just wanted to clarify too with the crawls, the difference. When I'm doing a hand crawl foot forward, right, when I'm doing that hand foot crawl, going forward, you're going to feel a lot kind of in the lats pulling down, right? Arms pulling down, you're moving forward. When you start to go back, right, when I'm going backwards now, you're going to feel a lot in the shoulder too. You're going to feel those muscles regardless. It's kind of like a good total body movement, but you're going to feel that in isolation, especially when we do these other movements with it. Inverted crawl, crab walk, shoulders and arms, right? Shoulders, triceps, big one that you're going to feel. On both of those two, you should feel your core, because that's just keeping you centered. But you should feel shoulders and triceps on that one, okay? And then for anybody that does want kind of like an extra challenge, in here I did 10 paces forward and back on both of those movements, okay? Inverted crawl and hand foot crawl. One way to scale it to make it more challenging is whatever round you're on dictates how many trips you would take, round trips, right? So first round, basically you would go down and back 1 time. The second round, you would go down and back 2 times. Third round, you would do it 3 times. Fourth round, 4 times. Fifth round, etc. That way you can actually make it a little bit harder, because those crawls, when you start going for that distance, is really what gets you. So it's, like I said, a good way to make it more challenging and scale it, okay? So that is the workout. Quick, only took like, I think 20 minutes, so it shouldn't take you too long. Like I mentioned, the G strap, the link for it is going to be in the description below, but if you already have a suspension trainer, you can travel with it. That's the amazing thing, and all you need is a door that has an anchor on it, right? So if you guys have any questions, comments, or anything else that you would like to see, just do that in the section below. I'm definitely going to be making more videos with this thing, incorporating some more of the natural movement too, so look forward to that. I want to thank you guys for watching.